We're fortunate to have members of Congress who understand the innovative capabilities of ESA members. In fact, our next speaker knows that quite well. Senator Susan Collins was first elected to the Senate in 1996 and has earned a national reputation as someone who works across party lines to seek consensus on our nation's most important issues. She was the sponsor of the last Congress's Better Energy Storage Technology Act, authorizing $1 billion over 5 years for energy storage innovation investments that attracted widespread bipartisan support. So now Senator Collins gets the privileged distinction of having passed the first major energy storage legislation in over a decade. Senator Collins, welcome to the Policy Forum.
Thank you for inviting me to participate in this year's Energy Storage Policy Forum. Your work to accelerate our nation's transition to cleaner energy is impressive. I'm pleased to be part of this effort. Clean energy is vital for economic growth, the creation of good-paying jobs, and protecting our environment. Today, the United States is a global leader in clean energy solutions. I applaud the great strides the energy storage sector has made. I hope the public and private sectors can continue to work together to move this transition forward. In December, Congress passed a sweeping energy law that will help the clean energy sector continue to grow. I authored the bipartisan Better Energy Storage Technology Act, known as the BEST Act. It will support next generation energy storage and development. Energy storage is the holy grail for the expansion of alternative energy. Specifically, the BEST Act requires the Department of Energy to develop a strategic plan for energy storage and to fund at least 3 demonstration projects to advance commercialization of this technology. I'm happy to report that the department has already begun implementing these new initiatives. Let me thank the Association for your endorsement of the BEST Act and for helping to garner the necessary support that got it across the finish line. Advancing next-generation energy storage technology will allow us to fight climate change by integrating more renewables and clean energy technology. From increasing the reliability of our electric grid to decreasing energy costs, developing these technologies is critical. This Congress, I look forward to working with my colleagues and the new administration to advocate for additional common sense clean energy policies. Thank you again for your leadership and have a great conference.
Thank you, Senator Collins. Really appreciate you joining us. You know, everyone, there's been a lot of interesting discussion today, obviously hearing from the Senator and from Congressman Blumenauer and our congressional panel on just the sort of bipartisan interest here, but also this real sense that we are accomplishing a lot in storage and that there is a promise of a lot more to come that's ranging across the whole of the industry, not just on the deployment side. And I think you heard certainly from our from Gina McCarthy and from our administration panel that this administration has some really interesting both ambitions and cross currents when it comes to making progress on clean energy and energy storage, and a sort of global supply chain question that has rocketed to the top of both sides of the aisle, really. And then from certainly Chairman Glick, my nerdy conversation, really charting out just the number of different market questions that seem to have proliferated in front of storage, with, I think, some real opportunities for progress in terms of normalizing the next generation of storage projects whether in hybrid or in transmission functions. While that was happening, of course, we also had some very interesting polls from you all. One of the interesting things we found on our poll amongst attendees was that 91% of you all agree that advancements in federal policy will create more business development opportunities for your company in the storage industry. And that 62% of you all believe that top policy that will support that is federal tax incentives such as the standalone storage ITC. At the same time as that, very interesting, only 54, or rather only 16% of attendees say that engagement in public policy is central to, or even a top priority in your business strategy. 54% of attendees are saying it's in fact a small part of the strategy. So I just want to note to you all, this is an important distinction here. Getting policy done right is critical to business opportunities, and having only a small fraction seeing it as really, really a top priority. I want to help you all as ESA make the connections for your company that will help you both see easier opportunities to engage, as well as making sure that we become more successful in advocating for you all to make those advancements in federal policy and help your business. So now I invite you all to join us in the lounge for our wrap-up discussion on the federal window of opportunity for storage. So you and other audience members are invited to participate directly in our conversation on the key topics from today, your lingering questions, and what all of this means for your organization and the energy storage industry. So please join us, network, let us know what you're thinking about. Our next speakers will begin again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. See you then.